Hello guys, today is Friday, April 24th. I hope you have enjoyed learning about our national heroes and the national holidays that we celebrate to honor these national heroes. Today we are just going to write about our favorite national holiday and tell why. We want to be sure to share some facts that we have learned about the national holiday that is our favorite. Remember, on Wednesday we did write about a holiday. You got to describe a national holiday. It wasn't necessarily your favorite. So make sure that it's something different from Wednesday, and it's something different that you can tell me about. And here's where you can tell me why it's your favorite holiday. You could share some facts that you learned. You can share some things that you do on that national holiday. So what I like to do is I like to share with you my favorite national holiday. And that holiday is Independence Day. And remember that Independence Day, also known as the 4th of July, is when our country earned its freedom and was no longer part of Great Britain. But I found this book that I wanted to read to you guys, and so I'm going to go ahead and get started and read this to you. It's just a fun book. It's called Carlos and Carmen, The Sparkly Night. Chapter 1, Fun with Flags. Carlos and Carmen ran through their front yard. Their arms were full of 4th of July flags. Their eyes were full of 4th of July excitement. And their heads were full of 4th of July plans. I love the 4th of July, said Carmen. She stood up a flag beside the walkway. Watermelon is my favorite part, said Carlos. He stood up a flag on the other side of the walkway. Yo también, said Carmen. I love the crunchy pink part of the sandía. I love the sweet part in the middle, said Carlos. The twins were busy talking about watermelons. They were busy decorating with flags. I love watermelon too. They did not notice Spooky running. They did not notice Spooky batting. And they did not notice Spooky pouncing. When the twins turned around, the flags were scattered everywhere. What happened to the banderas? Asked Carlos. It looks like a big viento blew through here, said Carmen. Viento, that's a big wind. Carlos picked up one of the flags. There are tiny tooth marcas on this bandera, he said. Marcas are marks, right? And bandera is flag. Carmen picked up a different flag. And there are tiny claw marcas on this bandera, she said. Marcas are marks and bandera is flag, right? Carmen looked at Carlos. Carlos looked at Carmen. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? They asked. And because they were twins, they were. Let's go get that whiskered wind, said Carmen. And let's put that furry viento inside, said Carlos. Then we can really decorate for the 4th of July, added Carmen. Uh-oh. Look at the cat. Chapter 2, A Noisy Problem. That afternoon, the Garcias sat in the front yard watching the parade. Mama and Papa clapped for the marching bands. The twins waved their flags. They laughed at the dogs in costumes. Everybody caught the candy Uncle Sam tossed out. I can't wait for the games and races at the park, said Carlos. Yo también, said Carmen, and the fireworks tonight. Carlos stopped waving his flag. He did not look excited anymore. Carlos looked at Carmen. I forgot about the fireworks, he said sadly. Carmen looked at Carlos. And I forgot that you did not like fireworks, said Carmen. They can be really loud, can't they? I like the bright sparkles, said Carlos. They look like tiny falling estrellas, but I do not like the loud ruido. Mamá put her arm around Carlos. Yo tampoco, Carlitos. The noise hurts my ears. It says, me neither, Carlitos. Luckily, we've got hours and hours until the fireworks, said Papa. Let's go to the park for more 4th of July fun, said Mama. And while we're there, we'll figure out this noisy problem, added Carmen. I wonder what they could do to solve that problem. Do you have some ideas? A juicy solution. Chapter 3. At the park, the Garcias tossed beanbags into boxes. They ran in three-legged races, and they hopped in potato sacks. "Who's ready for sandía?" Papa asked. "Me!" shouted Carlos. "Yo también," shouted Carmen. The Garcias all chose juicy slices of watermelon, and they all took great big bites. "Mira!" shouted Carlos. He spit a watermelon seed. Papa bounced his eyebrows. "Mira!" he shouted and spit a seed even farther. "Watch this," said Mamá. Her seed flew over Carlos's seed. It flew over Papa's seed. "Wow!" said Carlos and Carmen. The Garcias ate lots of watermelon. They spit lots of seeds. They laughed and played until the sun started to set. "It's almost time for the fireworks," said Carmen. "I wish they weren't so loud," said Carlos. "And I wish you could be outside with me and Papa," said Carmen. "We could run around under the sparkles. We could pretend they were falling estrellas or snowflakes." "But we wouldn't have to wear our big winter coats," added Carlos. "And no mittens and earmuffs either," said Carmen. Then Carlos looked at Carmen, and Carmen looked at Carlos. They had watermelon drips on their chins. They had smiles on their faces, and they had a solution to their noisy problem. Any clues of what could have given them the idea of what to do? Smiles and Sparkles, Chapter 4. As soon as they got home, the twins ran to their rooms. Carmen looked for her blue earmuffs. Carlos looked for his red earmuffs. They ran to meet their parents in the backyard. Mamá and Papa had spread a large blanket on the grass. They lay on their backs looking at the stars. Carlos and Carmen pounced onto the blanket beside them. Carmen handed her blue earmuffs to her mother. "My ears aren't cold," said Mamá, trying to hand them back. "They're not for the cold," said Carlos. "They're for the ruido," finished Carmen. Ruido, the noise. "We've solved the noisy problem," said Carlos and Carmen. "You and I can wear earmuffs." "Mamá," said Carlos. He twirled his earmuffs around and tossed them in the air. "Now you'll hear only a tiny bit of noise," explained Carmen. Mamá put on Carmen's earmuffs. She said, "Say something." Together, Carlos and Carmen said, "Something." Mamá could barely hear them. "I think this might just work," Mamá said with relief. All of the Garcias stretched out on the blanket. 2 of them wore earmuffs and all of them wore smiles. They held hands as they stared up at the night sky. At last, 2 of them heard some loud cracks. The other 2 just heard some soft pops. Then everyone laughed as colored sparkles filled the night. So let's review some of these words. We heard some Spanish words in here, didn't we? Bandera is flag. Estrellas are stars. Mamá is mommy. Marcas is marks. Mira is look. Papá is daddy. Ruido is noise. Sandía is watermelon. Viento is wind. Yo también means me too. Yo tampoco means me neither. Okay, we're going to go flip back to our page. So I want you to write about your favorite national holiday, and I want you to tell me why. So, for example, my favorite national holiday is Independence Day because it reminds me of our freedom that we earned from Great Britain. And some of the things that I learned about this holiday is that we have parades to honor these. We can put up flags outside our homes to do that, to celebrate Independence Day. There's fireworks to celebrate Independence Day, and some of the things that we do in our family is we will all get together as a one big family, all my sisters and my cousins and my sisters and my nieces and nephews, and we all get together. We have a big swimming party. We have hot dogs and hamburgers, and we just all gather together and have a great time. At the end of the night, we watch fireworks. So that is my favorite national holiday. I can't wait to hear about yours. And I just thought I would share that book with you. I hope you liked the book. It is in your mailbox if you want to go back and read it. It's called The Sparkly Night. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Friday, and I will talk to you soon. Goodbye.